40th staging of the St Roe Trophy once again saw 60 leading women amateur golfers from all over the world assemble at the home of golf, looking to etch their name on the trophy alongside the likes of Annika Sorenstam, Katrina Matthew and Melissa Reid. They were also hoping to take a big step towards gaining a spot in this year's AIG Women's Open at Royal Porthcawl by earning ranking points on the AIG Women's Amateur Series. It was going to be a challenge for any of the golfers to make a bright start, such were the foggy conditions on the new course at the start of play. So with 36 holes of golf to complete on day one, who would be at the top of the leaderboard by the end of the day's play? Zoe McLean-Tatton had the highlight of the day in her first round with a hole-in-one at the 9th. A perfect 6-iron from just over 200 yards. She kept things going well with an eagle here at the par 5 16th for an opening 71, but an afternoon 78 saw her fall away from the leaders. Sweden's Natalie Borg had a joint best score of the day in her morning round with a fabulous 7 under par 68. This birdie at the 7th was one of 6. And after a great approach at 18, she would sink her putt for an eagle to be leading after 18 holes, but she too would fall away after being unable to keep up her good form in the afternoon. Ellie Monk was going along steadily, and 2 consecutive rounds of 3 under par were good enough to see her end the day just 1 shot off the lead at 6 under par. One shot better than that was Luca Thompson from Wales. Here we see her with a nice up and down for a birdie on the 12th in her first round. And later on she would get her last birdie of the day at 16 in her second round, on her way to finishing at 7 under par going into the final round. She was joined on that total by Davina Xanh, who finished her first round in spectacular fashion, holing this monster putt on the last for an eagle. She had finished in 8th place in last year's event and was in a good position to improve on that this year. Ellen Pudis Remler was going really well for her first 27 holes. As she reached a turn in her afternoon round, she was 6 under for the tournament. But a run of bogeys would follow her birdie here on 10, and she would eventually finish the tournament in 8th place. The weather became increasingly changeable as the day progressed, but coping with the showers better than most was last year's runner-up Charlotte Naughton. A birdie in the rain here on the last saw her finish the day just 1 shot off the lead on 6 under par. Not long after that, the sun was out again as Irish golfer Kate Lanigan holed out from off the back of the 18th green for an eagle, as she too finished the day at 6 under par. Another Irish golfer who survived the weather to head into day 2 in contention was Jessica Ross. This birdie on 16 in her second round helped her to a 5 under total. So does coming from Ireland help with playing in these conditions?
I don't know if it's an advantage because I don't like playing in it, but yeah, I guess we're used to it, and anywhere you play in the UK you're going to be used to this weather. So.
And what was the key to scoring well here on day 1?
It's probably a lot of the par 5s are reachable, so it was probably just hitting a lot of those in 2 putts and just sort of keeping it out of bunkers and the ball in play, and yeah.
Day 2 saw more heavy showers, meaning that Jessica was the only golfer we got to talk to on camera, as most of the rest of the leaders took shelter before teeing off. With ever-changing conditions and 14 golfers within 4 shots of the lead, this was a day where anything could happen. Still seemingly impervious to the rain, Charlotte Naughton got straight down to business with a birdie at the first, although she would go back to 6 under with a bogey at the second. As things dried up a little, Eleanor Monk was also trying to get to 7 under on the first. But this lengthy birdie putt attempt wouldn't drop. As the sun came out, Davina Xanh was trying to make up for a costly 6 on the first, and she would do so in style with a fantastic eagle on the second hole. Both her playing partners would get birdies, and it's fair to say that the leaderboard would see lots of changes throughout the final round. Up ahead, Amelia Wan was trying for an eagle on the short par 4 9th after driving the green. It wasn't to be, but she did get her 3rd birdie of the day on her way to finish the tournament in 7th place. The putts were dropping for Davina Xanh. Another birdie here at 6 was her 3rd in a row as she moved to 10 under par and into the solo lead, 1 shot ahead of Luca Thompson. Up ahead to 11, where this tee shot would see the end of Luca Thompson's challenge. Running over the back would lead her to her 2nd double bogey in a row, and she would finish the day in 5th place. Eleanor Monk was also in trouble at 11, and although her shot out the greenside bunker was impressive, she would miss the putt. Another bogey at the next would give her too much ground to make up, and she would have to settle for 4th spot this time around. Charlotte Naughton was still going well though, and this birdie at 13 would get her to 10 under par, which was good enough to be leading at this stage. Coming through the pack was Elise Reimer. This birdie on 17 was her 5th of the day and helped her finish in 3rd place. Her 5 under par 70 was the 2nd best round of the day. After 3 bogeys in 5 holes, Davina Xanh might have thought the tournament was getting away from her, but her 2nd eagle of the day, here at 13, in what was a roller coaster of a final round, would see her move back into contention. Up to the final hole, where Charlotte Naughton was having a real go at trying to win the title. An untidy bogey at 17 was followed by a monster drive into the Valley of Sin in front of the watching crowds. She'd left herself this putt to birdie the last and set a clubhouse target of 10 under par. Charlotte really showed her class by holing that putt, and it meant that Davina Xanh would have to follow a birdie at 17 with another on 18 if she was to win the tournament. A great approach would set her up nicely, but could she hole the putt? Well, we would all have to wait until her playing partners had finished their rounds. And what about this spectacular birdie effort from Luca Thompson? A great way to finish. The crowd were absolutely loving it, but would they be treated to a grandstand finish from Davina? It was in all the way, a brilliant end to a fantastic tournament. So how does it feel to be this year's champion?
It feels really special. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and to do it here is just something else.
Did you know that the putt on the last was for the win?
No, I had no idea.
And 4 under today is a great score. What was the secret to shooting low?
Just stay patient. It was super windy out there, so having a good game plan and not being too hard on myself was important.
And you had a double bogey eagle start. What was going through your head at this point? It was a colourful scorecard. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, the first 2 holes were a bit of a roller coaster, but obviously having played here before, I knew that I could make up for it on the holes to come. My putting was really good this week. I was rolling a lot in, and I think just mentally throughout the wind and the rain, like I stuck out there.
Congratulations again to the winner of the 2025 St. Royal Trophy, Davina Xanh.